everybody. This is the part 3 to the R150f rebuild. Bearings are on. Everything's on. Shift shafts are back together. Shift forks are shifting fine. Right there. 5th gear shift fork shifts fine. Right there. Number 2 shift fork shifts fine. Got all the timing gear for 5th gear, everything back together. All the shift shafts are actually in place. The reverse idler gears in place. Everything's functioning properly. All my bolts that I had to get from Toyota that I broke. That one off here. I got all 3 new ones. These are all brand new. 3 new ones here. Snap rings back on the shift shafts. All 3 of them. This is your reverse head here. So, and this is your reverse shift head. Pushes your reverse actually into reverse whenever you shift it on your idler gear. So I'm just got to put her back in the case, throw her back in the truck, and she will be good to go. Before I do that though, I'm definitely going to spray this down with brake cleaner. I know it doesn't sound smart, but I'm going to spray some of the gears and stuff down with some brake cleaner. Not the bearings. Do not hit the bearings with brake cleaner. You hit the bearings with brake cleaner, you're done. Do not touch the bearings with brake cleaner. At all. Ever. None whatsoever. Only the gears. And I'm not even talking about up in here. I'm only hitting back here because of the fact that on the other video I told y'all that I broke the head off on that one and I had to use easy outs to get them out, or it out. So as you were drilling, or I was drilling, of course there's metal shavings. So make sure I get all the metal shavings out. You take an air hose and blow everything out. Make sure you have no dirt, no metal shavings anywhere. Only things I have actually left to put back in are the locking balls on the intermediate plate, which are all right here, locking balls and springs and straight screws. There's one that goes on the top up here in the intermediate plate that actually locks the case in. There's one that I didn't take out. I didn't really actually know that I was supposed to take out until after I got it out and seen it fall. But it was the top one here, which actually locks the number 2 shift fork in place. I was supposed to take that out before I started removing everything. I figured that out later in time. So, 360 view. I'm sure y'all saw it all apart on the videos. The retaining plate there for the rear out shaft foot bearing, sorry. Fifth gear shift shaft. It's reverse head, like I said. So if y'all have any questions, like I said in other videos, feel free to message me, ask, subscribe, whatever you want to do. It doesn't really matter. This is just an informative video for anyone who runs into a problem that I had. Now, I'm not saying that the problem I had is solved because I have not got this back in the truck yet. But everything is rebuilt. Everything is brand new, other than the gears, synchronizers, bearings, bolts, things like that, brand new. as that goes, if I had another one to tear apart that wasn't in my truck, I would tear it apart on video right now for you, throw everything on the ground, scattered. I would puzzle it for you if you wanted me to. And then I would put it all back together piece by piece, just like I did this one. Now granted, this is my first time. It wasn't hard, it was just nerve-wracking. If you're a nervous person, I don't recommend doing this at all, because you will mess something up. I ran into a lot of problems. I just know how to fix things. But if you're not a very good puzzle solver, or problem solver at that matter as well, don't attempt this, please, because you're just going to mess everything up. You're going to mess your whole truck up. You won't have a truck unless you have, $700-800 to go buy a new manual transmission, or $1,200 to have somebody rebuild it for you. And that's if they have to pull it out of the casing. If you already have it out and the internals out, it's only a 5-hour job, really. If it's out of the case, not even a 5-hour job, maybe a 5-hour job. My only recommendation is don't do it unless you have any type of mechanical experience or you're mechanical inclined. It was not hard, but it wasn't easy. It was actually kind of fun. It would have been fun if it was not my vehicle. But it was my vehicle. I was down without a vehicle for almost 4 weeks, waiting on parts, trying to find parts. For example, this front snap ring right here was the one that was discontinued. I had to do my own research all the way to 2015 to find a part number that would actually hopefully work. And granted, these snap rings on every transmission per VIN code are different because of the simple fact that you have different thicknesses on each of these snap rings depending on the application of transmission inside the vehicle that you're driving per VIN code. They are marked with letters on every snap ring. There's also snap rings in here. There's also a snap ring inside this input shaft right here where you see it slides in and out. There's a snap ring in there. If you don't know the markings or the thickness of that snap ring, and you get the wrong one, I am sorry for you. I really am, because your transmission is totaled completely. The thrust clearances are so minute, it's not even funny. There were some places that I really didn't actually know where to check for the thrust clearances. I'm just hoping, to be honest with you, the one that I didn't actually know where or how, to be honest, is in here where the thrust bearing is, behind fifth gear. So that's the only one that I actually couldn't check. The others are in between your gears. You just check that. If they're good, you should be totally fine. Totally fine. You've got clearances here as well for your synchronizers on your hubs, which, it's not too serious on those, to be honest with you. As long as your synchronizers have good rings to catch the gear oil and lubricate your hubs, you should be fine. And as long as your shift forks are shipping fine, on each one, all the way up to each hub gear here, you should be totally fine. There's no explanation on that at all. First gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. The very smallest gear, fifth gear. Another thing I want to explain to y'all as well, that's something I learned. Of course, I'm sure y'all already know if y'all have been driving Toyotas, if you're a Toyota driver or a manual gear driver. If you have a 5-speed manual transmission, You don't tow in third or fifth gear. Sorry, fifth gear. You don't tow in fifth gear for the simple fact that you will blow out your thrust washer back here and eat every tooth off of every gear you have back here, counter shaft and your output shaft. You tow in fourth gear. It's the optimized gear for towing on a 5-speed manual transmission, unless you have it geared differently. Now that's a totally different story. So this is it. Y'all want a whole video on how to rebuild an R150 or R151, R154, R155, any R series. There's nothing on YouTube, just to let you know, there is nothing on YouTube that explains it piece by piece for this transmission. If you want to know how to rebuild one, you need the service manual. If this wasn't my truck, I would show you a step-to-step by video on how to rebuild this transmission all over again. But it's mine. I'm not tearing it apart again. Have a nice day.